Odin is the most complex god in Norse mythology. I am the All-Father, the king of the gods, and the ruler of Asgard. But I am also a god of war, death, wisdom, poetry, and magic. I am a shapeshifter, a trickster, and a seeker of knowledge.
Odin is a fascinating and contradictory figure, and his many faces reflect the complexity of the human experience. Often depicted as an old man with one eye and a long white beard, he wears a blue cloak and a wide-brimmed hat, and he carries a spear named Gungnir, which never misses its target.
I'm accompanied by two ravens, Hugin and Munin, who fly around the world gathering information for me. I also have two wolves, Jerry and Freki, who are said to represent greed and gluttony.
Odin is a god of many contradictions. He is both a creator and a destroyer, a giver of life and a bringer of death. He is both wise and foolish, benevolent and cruel. He is a god of both order and chaos.
My complexity makes me a difficult god to understand, but it also makes me one of the most compelling figures in mythology. I am a reminder that the world is a complex place, and that even the gods are not always what they seem.
The name Odin comes from the Old Norse word Odir, which means fury, inspiration, or ecstasy. This is a fitting name for a god who is associated with such a wide range of emotions and experiences. Odin is a god of extremes, and he is not afraid to embrace the full spectrum of human experience. Odin's attributes are as varied as his personality. His spear, Gungnir, represents his power and his martial prowess. His ravens, Hugin and Munin, represent his wisdom and his knowledge of all that happens in the world. His wolves, Jerry and Freki, represent his wild nature and his insatiable appetite for knowledge and power. Odin is also associated with a number of other symbols, including the Valknut, a symbol of three interlocking triangles, the raven banner, and the eight-legged horse Sleipnir. These symbols all represent different aspects of Odin's character, and they help to paint a more complete picture of this complex and multifaceted deity. Odin is often associated with war, and he is certainly a fierce warrior. However, he's not simply a god of brute force like Thor or Tyr. Odin is a god of strategy and cunning, and he is always looking for ways to outsmart his enemies.
In one famous story, I disguise myself as a traveller and visit the giant Suttungr in search of the mead of poetry. Suttungr is reluctant to give up the mead, so I challenge him to a drinking contest. I win the contest by using my magic to transform myself into a snake and drinking the mead from Suttungr's cup.
This story shows that Odin is willing to use any means necessary to achieve his goals, even if it means resorting to trickery.
My association with war is also evident in my role as the leader of the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt is a mythical hunt that is said to take place during the darkest nights of winter.
Odin leads a procession of gods, demons, and the souls of the dead on a hunt across the sky. The Wild Hunt is a harbinger of war, famine, and death, and it is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, Odin is still in control. Odin is the king of the gods, but he is not a typical ruler. He is not content to sit on his throne in Asgard and rule from afar. Instead, Odin is constantly traveling the world, seeking out new knowledge and experiences.
I am as comfortable in the company of outlaws and misfits as I am with the other gods.
Odin's preference for the company of outlaws is reflected in his patronage of berserkers. Berserkers were fierce warriors who fought in a trance-like state of fury. They were feared and respected for their fighting prowess, but they were also seen as dangerous and unpredictable.
We are not bound by the rules of society. Our fury is our strength, and Odin understands that.
Odin's association with berserkers shows that he is not afraid to embrace those who are different or who live outside the norms of society. Odin is a god of contradictions, and his kingship is no exception. He is both a powerful ruler and a wandering vagabond. He is both a protector of society and a patron of those who live outside its rules. He is a god of both order and chaos, and he embodies the paradoxical nature of the world we live in. Odin is a god of wisdom, but his knowledge has come at a price. He is willing to sacrifice anything to gain knowledge, even his own eye.
In one famous story, I hung myself from the world tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights in order to gain knowledge of the runes. The runes are a system of magic and divination, and they give me great power.
Odin's willingness to sacrifice his own eye for knowledge is a testament to his thirst for understanding. He is not content to simply accept the world as it is. He wants to know the secrets of the universe, even if it means putting himself in harm's way.
My pursuit of wisdom is also evident in my practice of Seder. Seder is a form of Norse magic that is associated with divination, prophecy, and the manipulation of the forces of nature. I am said to be a master of Seder, and I use my magic to gain knowledge of the past, present, and future.
Odin's relentless quest for wisdom defines him as much as his kingship. His sacrifices and his mastery of magic show a god who is ever in search of deeper truths.